everyone. Today in this tutorial I am going to set up the GraphQL in iOS applications. We have gone through in previous video how to set up a GraphQL in localhost, and we all fired all mutations queries. We all seen all these results. Today I am going to put all this query in iOS applications and try to fetch the records from the GraphQL server. If you missed that video, I have provided the link below. Let's start. My name is Anis Malik and welcome to GraphQL Laboratory. As you see, I already created one basic iOS applications. It is as simple as this. It contains all tables. I'm going to populate these tables with the records, and I will also do addition and updations. Let's follow the implementations. You can open this GraphQL apollo-graphql.com .ios, where they have provide us implementations of Apollo clients within the iOS applications. Let's start. We're going to install the Coca pods. You have to install this. If you have latest Coca pod, then no need to run this command. So let's do it. My GraphQL is already running inside. Coordinate. Okay, open the port file, copy this, I'm also doing the Swift JSON. Okay. Now, as per the installations, they are told that we need to set up a schema. Okay, what we need to do, we need to copy this command, replace our GraphQL URL with this URL, and what it will do, it will generate a schema within a schema.json file. So schema.json file will automatically get created. Our port file is 4000 and run it. Basically it should not, I can see it getting within the schema file. Let drag and drop inside it. cd GraphQL okay. So we have done this. You can see schema.json file is automatically created. So whatever schema we have implemented within the GraphQL server, that schema is automatically generated within the schema.json file. Now let's move further. What they are telling that clone, we need to to run the GraphQL in iOS application, we need to copy this or paste it within the library of Xcode. You need to download this repository. Within the repository, they are telling, they are providing this GraphQL plugins and all that. We need to copy this plugin and paste it within the given folder. I have already done before, so it will be inside it. You can see I have created plugin folder and copy and paste it over here. And again I have created another one, that is specifications. Within specification, we have to copy the GraphQL XC language specification and paste it over there. We will find within this two. Okay, after this, what we need to do, we need to create one GraphQL file, and we need to paste this all query within it. New file, search for empty, empty, name it as demo dot GraphQL. Okay, now what we need to do, whatever query we implemented previously, just copy this all query and paste it over here and save it. Now let's move it away, this thing, there is no need. The next thing we need to do is to add a run script. As we install a Coca pod, so we need to copy this and paste it on a build phase run script. Build phase, new run script, paste it over here, and they are telling that we need to rename this. So copy this name, rename it, and they are telling drag a new script above the compile source. So drag it above. Okay, now after that what they are telling is build a target. So after building, what will happen, they will it will API one file will be generated. In that file they are all created function or method of a particular query which we have defined within the GraphQL. So it become very easy to implement that functions. Let's build it out. You can see after building it, what happened, api.swift file will automatically get generated. Within this swift file, all predefined functions will be there of a particular query which we define in GraphQL, and that function we need to implement inside the application to get and fetch the records. It is taking time. Okay, it's going to be over. We are done. You can see to find where the file is, you have to go inside. See it, api.swift file get generated. Add it. So if you see, you will find out their own predefined methods. They created method for us, so just we need to call this functions to implement the GraphQL queries and mutations. The scene we have created the api.swift file get generated. Let's move forward and implement the method. So according to they have written that we already just create all projects. We need to just follow what the things we need to do. They have written that you just need to create click over here, execute the first query. They have written that just create a class network.swift. Let's create it. And this what we will do, we will copy this. So what's our URL is 400. This Apollo client will link with our GraphQL server. Now let's move forward. If you have Auth, if your server supporting the Auth, just you need to copy this whole procedure. Copy this and paste it over there. You will face the issue of this logger. There's no need to do this, just delete all these conditions and return true over here, so it will work perfectly. If you're having a Auth, just you have to pass authorization by saving it over here. Let's move forward. Now what I'm doing, I'm creating one class where I'm going to implement over all GraphQL query implementations. CLS. Okay, now let's create function get emp list. Let's create a closer method. That will return an array. No. Let's import Apollo. Okay, so to get the employee list, there is a function which they have created for us. Is a get emp list query. We need to call this over here. Let emp list equal to what is the method? Method is get emp. Okay, this one. Now, okay, what they have done here, we need to call this. For getting the result, we need to do fetch. We need to call a fetch method. To perform any action like addition or updation, we need to perform apollo.perform method. Network shared apollo fetch. Okay, emp list. Now it will return result in. So let's get the result data. Let first guard our data. Let data equal to try result dot get dot data else return. If there is nil or something else, it will return it. Now let's import Swift JSON. Let Swift JSON equal to JSON data dot get data dot JSON object. Okay, now let's check it. What they are giving us, we will call here. Let's create an instance. Let's get an instance over here. GraphQL CLS. Now con dot get emp list, and it will return an array, and we will going to store array within emp list, and dispatch main dot asynchronous, and we will reload the table. Now let's test it out. Right now I didn't did completion because I need to see what kind of array it's coming. Oh, network transfer security problem. Okay, so copy this. Because our is not secure, it's HTTP. To make HTTP run in our application, we need to set this in a info playlist. Okay, I need to set yes over here. Okay, you can see we got the result which we have defined within the this one. We get the result which we defined the data set within the server. This record we are getting within the applications. Okay, this one. So what is a parameter? emp list. The emp list is an array. Let's do it. Let's array equal to swift JSON emp list dot array object completion handler, and it will send array. If let array object equal to array as Okay, we got the result, and so it is working. I didn't create UI much attractive, just need to show the result. Okay, you can see the whole result come and display in a table view. Now let's do updation and additions of a records. We click on a table view cell. I'm going to display this in text view for edit purpose. I need to txt name, and I will save id, so it will have a time of passing id to update the data. Txt name.text equal to, just copy this, paste it over here. Txt description dot designation, just copy this, paste it over here. Txt company dot text, copy this and paste it here. And whatever we select, I will set id over here. So at a time of passing, at the time of updations, I will just pass this id, so it will have to update it. Now what next thing is to, and I need to link two button, add and update. Okay, now let's create a GraphQL query for both addition and updations. Function update employee. Let's create a id. It will be integer, name, it will be string. Copy this, so it won't take time to type it out. Designation, and last is company. So, and at last I will pass this. So there's no need to do this here. I will just pass the boolean, so this will help to know whether it gets success or not. Okay, same thing we need to do for adding employee. Okay, now what method is there for adding updation addition is, let's find out. Update employee mutations and add employee mutation will be there. Add employee mutations. Okay, let's do first edit update employee mutation, and just okay, just need to pass this name desic come. Okay, now let's call the Apollo. Here, to make sure that you don't need to call fetch, we need to call a perform. In perform, mutation is called, while in fetch, query is called. Edit result in. Let's copy this, paste it over here. I think let's see, if we get an array, we'll pass true, means it's successfully updated, else we'll pass false, means it get failed. At the end result, what we get in response, update employee list we will get in an array. Same thing we will do for add. So instead of update, I think add is there. Add employee mutations. Okay, so pass add over here, and for what response it will come for add, it will come this add employee. Okay, now let's check. Let's call this method within the view controller. When we are adding, then con dot add employee will pass id, name of txt name the text, txt designation the text, txt com.text, and response we will check. Let's make a function over here called API. Same thing we will do for update employee. I'll do a mistake. Okay, let's check it out. So let's update this one, Michael Lucas. Instead of mechanical engineer, let's change electrical engineer and update it. So what we are getting, true. So So let's see the response, or what we are getting in response. Electrical, you can see database get updated. You're wondering why we are getting employee list in response. If we check in server JS, what we did, we are passing an array in response. So that's why we are getting in response an array. So you can see we have updated the mechanical to electrical, and it get updated in a local database server. Make sure that server should be in running state. Don't quit this terminal, otherwise it will not work. So you can see it get changed. Software developer. Instantly not reflecting, that I need to figure out why. But when I run again, it get updated. Now let's add another records. So this team leader Microsoft. Let's add. Let's check what ID is. 4. I think it should not be 4. Okay, let's 4. Let's see what response it is coming. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see the new records get added in a local database. Not local database, in local server. Right now it's not reflecting, but what I'm going to do is whenever we run again, it will show the result. You can see it's a Suresh over here. Let's do one thing. Let's copy and paste it over here. Okay, I need to remove this, otherwise it will append in whole array. Okay, now run and test it out. So it will reflect instantly. Okay, some arrays come. I'm doing silly mistakes. I don't like this. again some mistake I did. Okay, now it will affect instantly when we update or add new things. Okay, let update Suresh and give full name Suresh Pal update. So get updated, and let's add new one. Instead of Suresh, let's add Mike Lucas, project manager. Select project leader, IBM, add. So it get added. Some mistake is there in Microsoft. Okay, done. You can see it's working perfectly. So same thing you can do for GraphQL server. If it is not in local, if it is in server, you can set up easily here. The same procedure you have to follow, and you can implement the GraphQL server in an iOS application very easily. So it's not difficult, it's very simple. You need to follow steps provided by Apollo clients, and it can easily update it. So you can improve easily. Like what can I say? It's simple. So thank you for watching this video. If you like, or if I did any mistake, sorry for that. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe this channel for future updates. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching this. Bye bye.